Hello, welcome back to the North Mankato Community Update. I'm Anna Brown, and today I'm joined by City Administrator John Herenstein.
Good afternoon.
And Mayor Mark Dean.
Good afternoon. How are we doing?
Happy New Year, you guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Finally in 2021, out of 2020.
Yay.
2020 is in that rear view mirror, thankfully.
Yeah, finally, yep. So today we are at the Public Works Building at 610 Webster Avenue, and we're located right in front, as you can see, of the truck, one of our snow plows, does the brining. Do you guys want to talk about what this does?
Well, this is the, we haven't had much snow so far, so it's been a good year. This truck is sitting here relatively idle at the moment, which is awesome. But it's a sander and a plow, and it's a brine truck for the hills and such. So it's one of the newer trucks we bought last year, but it's part of that fleet. And so we know that winter will eventually be showing up, and while it's been taking a pause so far, we've had a couple of events, but it's coming, so we know it's coming.
They are our workhorses.
They are.
So, do you want to talk a little bit about this building?
Yeah, so we're in what we refer to as the street garage, which includes the campus of the recycling center, our cold storage building, the shop where the mechanics work on our equipment. So it is really hub central for a lot of city services. A lot of residents probably will recall dropping goods off here during the pandemic for our spring pickup or spring drop off and fall drop off that we coordinated. But as you can tell, maybe from looking around, it is showing its age. So a new facility is on the horizon in the CIP. But we're still figuring out the details on that.
Well, and this was my first city job, was working down here some 35, 40 years ago, so it's been around for a while. So it served us well. It has.
No kidding. And it also houses some of our employees who have worked here the longest. Do we want to congratulate them?
So we have some city employees who are celebrating milestone anniversaries with us, and I think that, we talk about all these city services and they don't get done without the 60 to 62 employees that we have. So celebrating 30 years this year was Roger Coyer and Kevin Ling. Roger Coyer has worked up at Caswell Park and for the Parks Department for the duration of his career, and has done a fabulous job. Without his efforts, our park would not be among the finest in the nation. Kevin Ling has been on for 30 years, dating back to the Northlink days. And he's worked in almost every department as well, including streets and shop, and little turn as street superintendent, and also is just so critical to all the services that we offer. And to have employees choose North Mankato for 30 years really speaks a lot about our community and the commitment that they have. In addition to them, we have Kurt Ballbach in the street departments, celebrating 25 years. Many residents will know Kurt because he's on the high loader in the cul-de-sacs in the winter, taking out the snow, and so be sure to wave at him when you go by. And little secret on Kurt: pro bowler. Maybe not pro, semi-pro, amateur bowler, but a very good bowler. In addition to that, we have Angela Kelly and Michelle Zimmerman down at the Taylor Library celebrating 20 years. And we talk continually about the great programming that has become. Taylor Library is really a regional asset and a regional gem that was born and grown in North Mankato, and so we're very thankful to their service. They in fact came on, I believe, the first year that the library moved into its new building, and so they have been with us for the duration of that project. In addition to that, we have a couple of police officers: Andy Paulson celebrating 15 years, Jacob Kroll celebrating 5 years. Again, we always talk about how North Mankato is one of the safest communities in Minnesota, ranked in several different surveys that have come out. And so they're standing between us and trouble, and they are a friendly face and to residents who might need assistance, and so we thank them for their service. In addition, we have Tom Newbert, our city electrician. Quite a character. Many people know him, but he keeps the lights on. And I have to give him credit. He's the brainchild for those lights that are on the trees in front of City Hall that everybody loves so much, the icicles. And if you're a little grumpy about the length of time our street lights might be red, Tom Newbert's your guy to go to because he can change it. So, but he also does regular electric work on all of our facilities and has just done a terrific job. Also has led the charge on our LED conversion with street lights and city building light bulbs. And last but certainly not least, we've got Jessica Ryan, 5-year employee. Jessica serves as our accounts payable. So if you get a check in any way or form from the city, she's processing that. And has just done a terrific job modernizing that function since her arrival. So thanks to all of those city employees for their work and for their service to the residents. They really are our face and feel in the community. So.
Well, thanks to them as well. I mean, you know, those, to your earlier point, the longevity of those employees just speaks well to everything that North Mankato stands for, our quality of life, and that's all a result of their work.
Right.
And they've had their fingerprints and footprints all over the city over all these years. So there's a lot of great programming, a lot of great things that all those people have contributed to. So thank you to them, and thanks to all of our staff.
We get to talk about the successes, but they produce them.
Exactly
so,
right.
Exactly.
Make the rest of us look good.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Right. So thank you to them for their service to the city. We also want to say thank you to everybody who took our holiday lights tour. That was a big success, correct? Did you guys take it?
Exactly. It's, you know, I got to say, it's a wonderful thing, and I've heard nothing but good comments from citizens across both sides of the river talking about how great the lights are in North Mankato and our communities and our neighborhoods that have lit themselves up, and especially in the pandemic year with Kiwanis lights being down. So it's really been a great show, and thank you to all of the people that have been participating in that, and we congratulate the winner for putting on a great display.
750 maps handed out at the library on the first night that it was kicked off. There was cars backed up onto the highway. We'll probably have to find a different location for map drop-off next year, but just goes to show how excited people are to get out and participate in the competition. And you know, while we're in 2021, everybody will have known it was great to see Santa Claus visit our community towards the end of December as well. So
exactly, and we, you know, I was down there for the map pickup, and it was quite it was very enthusiastic crowd to get down there to see Santa and getting those maps and getting out there and enjoying our community. So thank you to everyone that participated and produced that great program.
Right. And another thing that is celebratory in North Mankato is another issue of the Northcato Magazine, which is out now. So what can residents find in that magazine?
Well, you know, it's a third issue, and again, it goes to the color of North Mankato and kind of gives you some of the background. I think that's a great thing for our citizens to get to know their community better, you know, and that's a real opportunity for us. And so this is another piece of outreach from the city to try and expose our citizens to what's going on.
It's really our community's story, right, told each quarter. As somebody who's been able to get a sneak peek at the first edition, it's a great highlight of our firefighters, volunteer firefighter department, and the fire personnel that provide those services, and then good articles on various date activity that you can do as in the community, and secret spots that people like to go. Yes, so you know, all those
I hope
great
they didn't
things.
come up with all of them.
I'm sure you know a few secret ones. That's a great.
Used to.
We should have looked for you to talk about the story.
That's right. Next, second quarter will feature Mark.
That's great. Anything else to add for 2021?
Well, you know, so, you know, we're talking about the truck behind us, and certainly we know that there'll probably be snow emergency and those things going on. So if you haven't, again, signed up for the Nixle system, please do, so you're aware of when those things come on. Realize that, you know, we do require that you clear your sidewalks. Try and, you know, in Lower North where there's the little cross sidewalks, please try not to park in front of those, because that's how people get out to their cars through across the boulevards that are full of snow. And, you know, just pay attention to all those things. You know, we want to keep everyone safe. And there are, this year, more than any other year, you know, we've had more walkers and those things out and about, and I presume that because we're still fighting this pandemic, we will have a lot of outdoor enthusiasts taking advantage of the weather when it's opportune. So that's why it's important to clear those sidewalks, help people get around so they don't have to be out in the streets where it's a little more dangerous, especially when there's snow, and just pay attention to what's going on. It's important for all of us.
Yeah, and a big thanks to residents. You know, we've been able to keep the city offices open even towards the tail end of what we hope is the tail end of the pandemic as the vaccination gets out. You've been great in wearing masks when you come down. Those type of steps have helped us keep City Hall open and available to you. Also the library, the police annex, and our other facilities. So big thanks for working with us on that. We're going to keep providing those services to you. So,
you know, and the library will continue to be putting out programming through the winter here to keep people, give them something to do when it's been a little bit quieter after the holidays. And so there's a lot of great things going on. So just keep an eye on what's going on, and the city will try and get the information out to you as best we can whenever we can. So look for those. Look for this e-newsletter, the North Kato Magazine, all those things.
Right. Well, thank you guys for joining me here today. We wish you guys a happy new year, and thank you for joining us. This has been the North Mankato Community Update.